Hey guys, so today is another project pan update. I'm super excited to film these videos. I am doing very well, so I wanted to share with you my progress every couple of weeks, every few weeks, depending on how I feel. I filmed these progress videos to sort of update you on how things are going. Let's start with this Bobbi Brown corrector in light bisque. This is a lovely product, not my first pan of it. It's been here for months, so you can see that there's very little left just at the very edges, and in fact probably about a third of it is already cleaned out at this edge. So there's not much to be finished. I think maybe by next update this is going to be done. Now I think there's another month in the Soletin de Chanel bronzer, Bronze Universal from Chanel. I've been working on that one for months as well, and as you can see, I'm making really steady progress. There's a little left there for sure. I think maybe another month worth of product. I don't think it's going to stretch for much longer than that, but we shall see. This is a lovely cream product and very easy to use, not a drag to use at all. Very pleasant and pleasurable, and it holds onto the skin quite well. Next, I have this Chorus Wild Rose Powder, Mineral Illuminating Powder. This is a highlight, and it's on my cheeks today. You see that glow? That's from this powder. I have discovered that it doesn't hold on to your cheeks super well unless you set it with a setting spray, and then it holds pretty well. So this has been maybe 10 hours on my face, and it's still going. I can see startings of some progress here. This is probably, let's see, not quite halfway, but it's definitely been used since months ago. Again, I started maybe a month ago with that one, and I'm starting to see a little bit of progress. Next is my base. This is Top Secret's YSL Flash Radiance Skincare Brush. This is this fusion of skincare and makeup. So this is a makeup base with the skincare properties from YSL. And this time around, we're really talking about being here. So I think by next update, this is probably also going to be done along with the Bobbi Brown corrector. I'm anticipating both of these are going to be over and finished. So I'm excited. This is a good product. Hate the packaging because it comes with a stupid brush. So I am not repurchasing it just solely based on that, not because I dislike the product. The product is really good. Next, my Illusion d'Ombre cream shadow from Chanel. These are really pretty, and they have such a nice shade selection. I'm going to show you the ones that I have. I have a few left. I've used up quite a few of them. And this one is in color 84 Epatante. I think it's my second pan of it. I think, because I've had quite a few throughout the years. So very shiny, very nice patina gold with a bit of a green undertone, as you can see. The progress is not huge, but you know, slowly but surely I'm dipping into it. I like wearing it very sheerly because it gives me this slightly glossy look to the lid, which I really like. So this one is progressing very slowly. I've added recently, I think last update, I've added this loose powder. This is really a powder foundation from Guerlain called Les Violettes Minérales. It's in color Rose Naturelle, number 13. It's right here. This is a really lovely range. Les Violettes is beautiful. The scent is very meteorite, like very beautiful powder, very nicely, finely milled, luxurious puff, and you just pick it up and distribute it throughout the face. So now I'm really starting to use this as a really sheer powder foundation, something quick over the face, and it is totally worth it, very lovely. Unfortunately, I have no idea how much I have left in here because, as you can see, the compact is gorgeous, but not transparent. So I have no idea how much is in there. I guess we'll know when it's done. Next is a lip product, and this is a Dior Addict Lip Glow. This is like a tinted lip balm from Dior. I don't have very much left. This is how much I have. So a fair amount. I think a few months worth, a couple of months worth probably. I really like it. This is not my first one. I'll be repurchasing for sure, and they came up with more colors. So this is the basic pink one. So I'll be purchasing this in different colors probably next. I like it enough to buy it again, although it's kind of a little bit ridiculously expensive, over $30 Canadian for a tube, but I like it enough to buy it again. Next is 4 products that I did finish this time around, and then I'll move on to the products I'm adding. So the first one I finished is this Rouge Coco Shine by Chanel, little lipstick in 54 Boy. I've been working on it for a while. It's my favorite lipstick. I've bought it and will buy it again. Right now, it's my favorite kind of tone, rosy, pinky, nude kind of sheer. And I have an equivalent from MAC called Patisserie, which I've had for years as well, and I keep repurchasing. So Patisserie, which is this one, is a little bit more peachy. This is a little bit more cool tone, but really on the lips, it looks kind of the same. So this is currently actively used by me, and this is done. This is finished. This is all the way up. So unfortunately, Boy needs to retire into the garbage can, but I really, really, really love this one. And next time I'm at a Chanel counter, I'll probably pick another one up. However, if you have Patisserie, there's really no point of having Boy, so maybe I'll just wait until I'm finished with this one. I like both. This product I've used quite a bit, but unfortunately I've discovered that the MAC curse is real. Actually, my skin doesn't tolerate MAC foundations. And I thought maybe it was a one-off or a two-off, but this is the 3rd MAC foundation that my skin doesn't tolerate and breaks out, and my skin never breaks out. I think I'm going to stop buying MAC foundations. I love MAC products in general, and cream products from MAC don't bother me. Powder products from MAC don't bother my skin, but their foundations, there's always something. There's something in there, I swear, a common ingredient that really irritates my skin. My skin is not particularly sensitive, but doesn't tolerate MAC, so this one I will pass on to my mom. Unfortunately, won't be able to continue using it, but I'd rather not have breakouts. Next is this palette from Guerlain, Meteorites My Palette. This is a travel edition, and you can still pick it up in airports. They produce it. It's a really decent palette. However, I only liked 2 of the 3 products. This highlighter was not my favorite. I was finishing up this pressed Meteorites powder, and I'm done with it. It was lovely, just like any Meteorites powder. I'm a huge fan of them. I have tons of them, and I'll continue to use them. And I've depotted this pink blush that was here. I looked around and haven't really found a blush identical or similar enough to that pink tone blush in my collection that I'd be completely happy getting rid of it. So now I put it in a magnetized Makeup Forever palette, so I'm going to continue using it. However, this palette is done because the powder out of here is done, and the highlight I'm not really interested in finishing, so this goes to the garbage. It's done. It's finished. Next one is another Guerlain powder that I finished, and this is, I've used this a lot. This is my one of my favorite powder foundations, and Guerlain definitely makes the best powder foundations that I have tried thus far. This one is Parure in the color Beige Parfait. There is the label. That's what it looks like. There's only 9 grams of product here, and it's a beautiful finely milled powder, and I finished it. Really, there is a small, thin amount left around the edges, and I accidentally dropped it. It shattered. I still continued to use it for a bit, but then I gave up because it was just too messy. But there's basically maybe a week worth of powder left in here, but I wasn't able to salvage it, so this is finished as well. Done, and will be repurchased, and it has been repurchased in the past. Now the 4 products that I'm adding in, because I'm just so excited to have a larger variety to work on. First and foremost, Meteorites Baby Glow. This is kind of like a BB cream, really illuminating, pink undertoned, which works super well with my skin tone, and it's very, very beautiful. And it's in the color Clair. This is, I think, the lightest color in the line. Unfortunately, I think there are only 3 of them there, and another bad thing, horrible news. Ladies of darker skin tones, maybe darker than medium, are not going to be able to find a match, which is a shame, shame, shame for Guerlain. Unfortunately, if you're light skin toned, you are going to be able to find a match, likely, because it's pretty sheer. It's sheer coverage. This is not great coverage foundation. It's just beautiful finish. But they do not cater to darker skin tones in that line particularly. But this one fits my skin tone very well. It smells like meteorites, which I really, really like. And it has a beautiful little pump and a squeezy tube. So packaging is beyond reproach. For me, this is my ideal packaging for foundation. Squeezy tube with a pump. Perfect. Apart from a very, very poor shade range, I think they do very, very well with their selection of textures. So their textures, Guerlain's textures are really, to me, my perfect textures. For powders, for foundations, a lot of powder products in general, not only setting powders, are really, really great from them. Another thing that is on me right now, this is what is on my lips. This is Clarence Eclat Minute in the color 01. So this is the classic squeezy tube Clarence little lip gloss. This very conditioning. It's kind of part skincare almost. It's slightly tinted, very a watercolory look, as you can see, very glossy, kind of see-through, just what I like in a gloss. Very, very comfortable, very nice. Beautiful glosses. I think they are very much worth what they're selling for. It's 12 mils of products in here, so quite a decent amount, and it is a squeezy tube, very easy to use. So I do recommend these Clarence ones. This is the last one in my collection. I've used up recently a peach one, and this is the pink one that is left. So I am going to put it in the project for me to go ahead and finish it up. Then I'm adding another powder because powders seem to be going in the project, and this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the color Diffuse Light. This is a beautiful light powder. As you can see, I've already hit pan. This is a tip for success of your project pans. Include things that you've heavily used already so that you feel motivated to finish them up. This one, for instance, is pretty heavily used and there's not a huge amount left. As you can see, the dip is pretty big, and I'm planning to expand it pretty fast and finish this off within the next couple of months. This is a lovely setting powder. It's luminous. It's, this one is a good match for my skin tone. I especially like setting my under eye with it, and this is how I'm wearing it today. My under eyes are set with this particular powder, and it actually has pretty decent staying power, surprisingly. The last product that I'm adding into this project is this Lisse Wattier Ample Velours Suprême in the color Taupe Velours. 4 grams of product here. This is a matte cream shadow. I have made a dip in it for sure, but we'll see how this plays. I think this is going to be a really, really nice base shadow. When I want just a regular base, slightly darker base to my lid, I think this is what I'm going to go for. This is really beautiful in the crease. It's a very soft, buttery, velvety shadow, so I'm going to probably film a separate get ready with me featuring this guy so that you can take a closer look. That's it for my project pan. I am excited about my progress, and I mean, I finished 3 products and 1 product is leaving, this MAC thing that is not working out with my skin. So I'm keeping a good good variation of products on rotating basis, meaning that I tend to include products which are pretty heavily used, and that gives me an opportunity to finish them up. It's very gratifying to finish things up, and also it's really nice to sort of focus on one thing at a time. I have a good amount of makeup to get through, and it's just a matter of picking things that are realistic. For instance, a whole pan of highlighter is very, very difficult to get through, as I'm discovering with this guy, which is taking a really long time. A whole big pan of bronzer is difficult to get through. But if you focus on these things, then they do go, especially if you're a makeup wearer like myself. On a pretty regular basis, you do your makeup. It's not bad, it's very doable to run through products. You just have to focus on one thing at a time. Tell me how your project pan is going if you are participating in project pan, and have you been successful in picking products that you're able to use day in and day out? Are you liking doing project pan, or is it a drag for you? I want to know. And what is one thing that you're willing or wanting to finish before the 2017 is done? I'm very curious. Let me know about those things, and have a good day. See you guys later. Have fun. Bye bye.